Hey everyone, happy weekend. Coach Zach here. I am breaking down the essentials of training, whether or not you're going to train at home or a gym. But as I talk about this, it's going to make sense how you can actually achieve a world-class result just training out of your own home. Now, in order to be really strong and develop the full body physique, the muscle tone, the tightness, the curvature that women and men therefore after, we need to really be good at 5 different things, okay? I have to be able to press things. Now this could be horizontal across my body like a push-up or a bench press. I have to be able to vertically press things overhead. I have to be able to pull things in the same direction. So I have to be able to horizontal pull and vertical pull. I have to be able to squat. I have to be able to deadlift, which is a fancy way of saying picking weight up off the ground. And in order to do all these effectively, there's one more. The 5th one is gait. So different types of loaded carries, walking, jogging, running. That's going to take the priority after these top 4. Now, in order to do these effectively, there's some questions. Can I do this with my spine stable and my abs are tight? That's where variations are going to come in. Can I do this with my best range of motion? I don't want to be limiting my range of motion. Squats are a great example. You go to most programs and women are doing half squats and they're not going to develop their glutes and their legs to their full potential because they're not stretching those muscle fibers to the full range of motion, so you're not going to get the best building effect possible. Lastly, am I loading my muscles and is there no joint pain? So that's coming down here. If I'm using the right alignment and the right weight and I have my technique dialed in, then something like a push-up, I should feel it across my pecs and the back of my arms. I should feel it on my abs where I'm staying super tight, my legs, my butt from my plank that I'm holding. What I should not be feeling is I should not be loading my neck. I should not be loading my elbows. I should never be loading a joint when I'm lifting. If the sensation's creeping into the joint, the set's over. Now lastly, here's the principle that all these add up to. Strength. Strength is the pursuit. If I'm getting stronger, I'm going to burn the most fat possible. Loading my muscle, getting it stronger, pursuing higher levels of elite strength is what creates fat loss and ultimately muscle tone. Muscle tone is a strong muscle at rest that has residual tension in it. That's why you look at gymnasts, for example. Gymnasts are a prime example of this. Gymnasts aren't doing cardio as we would do it or call it, and they have the densest, leanest bodies on the planet because they have developed such high levels of strength and high levels of musculature that sits tight against their skeleton that they're just infernos burning fuel 24 hours a day. Okay, so these are the basics. I'm going to make a printout of this or comment below if you want that so that you can start practicing these on your own. Now, when we get into the specifics, the question is then how do I apply my body? So if you're at home or at a gym for that matter, like push-ups are a great example. A foolproof plan can revolve just around one push and one lower body exercise. So there is no reason you can't start getting in great shape by just doing push-ups and squats. As I get better, I can start loading each. How do I load each? Well, push-ups are a great example. Most people's push-ups are going to be broken. You're going to see the spine moving and wiggling like this. So what I'm going to do instead is elevate my push-up and find the right height where I can maintain a whole body tight plank and keep my spine from moving the entire time. As I get stronger, as I work on my form and my techniques, I can progress my push-up down towards the ground until I'm level. With squats, once I get my full motion, range of squat, once I can get my hips nice and low, trying to aim my hips past my knees and sink into it, now I can start loading it up, okay? Now loading at home especially is super, super easy. You don't need a lot of tools to get going. Dumbbells are what I tell people to get in the beginning. You can get adjustable dumbbells, they're gonna be the cheapest. There's even like power blocks that we have at the gym where they align and they sync up and you can select a different size very quickly. Have adjustable dumbbells, you're never going to outgrow them. You can just keep growing with you. You have static dumbbells and then also you have kettlebells. The advantage of a kettlebell is that as you get proficient with it, you can work into fast movements like kettlebell swings and ballistics. In the kettlebell swing, pound for pound, rep for rep is going to be the #1 exercise that's really going to have the most impact. There are entire programs that are built on just a pull like a kettlebell swing or a deadlift and a pushing movement like an overhead press or a push-up. So really it comes down to #1, what do you want to invest? What tools are going to be best for you? How long are they going to last? What equipment do you have immediate access to? I've literally on vacation kept my strength very high just by picking up and moving rocks. So there's no excuse in this. You just have to know the right way of going about it. That's what my app is about. That's what my YouTube playlist is about. That's what we teach here at the Whole Body Challenge in Reno, Nevada, if you're local. So comment down below. Let me know what you're struggling with. Let me know if you're not sure. You know, the top reasons that I hear from people, I just had 2 consults today, and both of them were telling me that they didn't have the confidence to be in a gym. They didn't know what the hell they were doing when they showed up. They weren't sure if they should be using machines. They didn't feel comfortable using free weights. It felt dangerous. Ironically, that strength and safety are actually synonymous. People think those two are in conflict. People think strength and flexibility are in conflict. These are actually misnomers. You can develop flexibility and high levels of strength at the same time. Going back to our principles, if you're working through a full range of motion, if your abs know how to engage properly, if your spine is stable under load, you will be increasing range of motion and strength simultaneously, okay? So post questions and comments down below. Just so you know, we're always offering a no obligation consult, whether you're in Reno or you're located in a different part of the country or world for that matter. I'm happy to jump on the phone with you, talk about your current situation, see what's going on, what works, what doesn't work. And literally what we do is we take these principles, these ones right here, let me just refresh this. Again, if you want the handout, come down below. This is gonna be just a nice little flow chart telling you what to prioritize in the beginning. I'll make it up nice and pretty. And we just look at where you're at, what the best options are, also what you're willing to invest. The time is number one. How much time do you realistically have? If I give you a program that requires, an hour a day, 5 or 6 days a week, and you're an entrepreneur, you're a parent, you have other obligations that take your time, I'm not doing you any favors. You're gonna make far better progress going for 20 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, consistently each and every week, hitting these milestones and building up your strength, building up that muscle, getting your metabolism to be elevated. That's the benefit of strength training. Not only do you look better, feel better, but you are literally elevating that metabolism 24 hours a day to where your body composition is changing when you sleep, when you're recovering, and obviously you got to eat some good food. Lots of protein. Protein, by the way, had a mother at one point. Sorry, not to make it too grim, but if it didn't, then it's not a protein. So I'll talk to you soon. Post your questions and comments down below. Make a great weekend. Have fun.